Hello, welcome back to the channel. It's Natalie. I have a Team Tiny Hop for you today entitled Happiness. It's International Happiness Day. So what makes me happy? Lots of things, but colouring makes me happy. So my original plan was to colour this, like this Alex Siberia. It's called Life is Good. Let's get back to that. Life is Good stamp set and dies, and it has a stencil which has three stencils in it to colour it. So what makes me happy is colouring. And my original plan was to go over this with colour and then bring it out a little bit more again with some pencils or Copic markers, but I really liked it. So it's still happiness. So we're going to jump over to the fact that when I'm needing a little bit of cheering up sometimes, I get something for someone else. So once I needed a bit of cheering up, so I bought my friend that I was about to see just a single little rose, and it was a rainbow rose. So it was actually still pretty, but I bought it for someone else to cheer them up. So this card is going to go for a friend of mine who is currently in hospital and she needs a little bit of cheering up. So as I said, this is the Alex Siberia Life is Good set. I have old to new inks. I've got eucalyptus and jade that I'm using at the moment. I think I'm using the jade. Yeah, I'm using the jade at the moment. What I'm trying to do is just keep a little bit of darkness down the base of the leaf. I'm just trying to figure out where everything goes. There we go. And the tips of the leaf a little bit lighter. Some of these, and even with this darker colour, this has got, I don't know, some of the leaves actually to me look a little bit eucalyptusy, but they're a lot smaller. And again, I'm having darker colour at the base of it and then going up to the lighter colour. And then some other times I'm going to just go full pelt with the colour. This is Ruby Red and Coral Berry that I'm going to use here. Well, that was Coral Berry. One of these, I should be using the other stamp set right about now, or the other stencil, but you know, you get carried away and you do things, and it turned out awesome. So I wouldn't stress, because I did use a darker color with this stencil here. So this is between the Caramel Toffee and Warm Sunshine. This is a Caramel Toffee that I'm using here, keeping the center of the flower a bit darker. Go back in with a bit of eucalyptus for some other extra details on the flower, on the petals. They're not petals, they're leaves, on the leaves. So there is a link down below if you follow that link, and you'll be able to see what everyone did for International Happiness Day. So, but isn't card making pretty much happiness for how many people? This is me sort of saying, I should have used this one first, but doesn't matter. Card making is a happy place, isn't it? Is it just me? I know that is not true, but card making is a happiness, and to give pretty little cards to people makes us happy. But no, flowers make us happy, and I'm gonna send this to my friend, as I said, to cheer her up. So I'm actually going to use a sentiments set. Now this set is big. It is really big. It's Lisa Horton Crafts. I got it from a local craft shop, and it's got the sentiment dies. I bought this because we don't get a lot of sentiments with the matching dies here in Australia. And this has lots of little fun bits and pieces of thank you, love you lots, just because, hugs and kisses and birthday wishes, thinking of you. So it's got a real combination of everything. Of course, as you can see here, the stencil has some really pretty scriptive stenciled letters, and then you've got matching little sub sentiments that you could put on if you so wish. So there's lots of sentiments. But this Lisa Horton one is just, it's a good one to throw in your craft stash for when you go away. You know, it's got a little bit of everything. They're nice big sentiments. You could take a smaller little pack for a lot of little bits and pieces, but it's pretty darn good. For the yellow, I didn't actually use a citrus burst, but I used the fresh lemon and then used it a little bit darker for the other one, for the lighter colour, for the centres and the darkest. So I actually used the same ink. This is just a little bit of a frame that I had in my stash that clearly I wanted the middle and cut it out, and it was pretty much spot on all the way around, so that will work. Keep those little scraps. I don't keep absolutely everything, but keep those little scraps. Here I'm just figuring out, well, when it was on the frame, I'm figuring out how far over I needed, see, like this, just giving it a feel to see where I needed to put those foam and where it was going to be sitting on the frame. So there was no need. So obviously down the very bottom and the top of each of the flower, I'm not going to need it. And that, shall we say, semi-straighter side, that was not going to be needed. So here is the stamp set. There are so many. And a little bit of, sorry if you heard my son then, a little bit of a tip for you. This has, as I said, lots of little sentiments. Instead of just using a little bit of scrap, I'm going to stamp quite a few of these sentiments, not all of them, but quite a few of the sentiments, and then I'm going to die cut them out. I'm not going to do that on screen because you don't need to see it. But then I will put these sentiments back into like a little plastic Ziploc bag or something and put it back into the packaging with the rest of these stamps. So I'll have a couple of extra ones all ready to go for those quick last minute cards that you didn't realize you needed to do because someone's suddenly going to a birthday party or something like that. I'm stamping this down in the VersaFine, and it's stamped beautifully first time around, so no need to do that a second time at all. Stick that down with a little bit of foam tape. No, foam tape. It's not foam tape. Just some little bit of painter's tape. I have actually cut out another 3 of these to give it a little bit of extra dimension because we've got a lot of dimension with the frame and the flowers. And this is just going to raise that sentiment up a little bit more. Gluing those all down with some multi-medium matte. If you've been on my channel for any length of time, you'll know that I just cannot remember whether it's multi-medium matte or multi-matte medium. And even if you tell me, so don't worry about leaving me a comment in the box below because I will still forget because I have the box, I have the packaging. Do I still remember? No. So I have my phone currently on the extra little bits that we've glued down. Again, gluing that center with the sentiment with the extra little dimensions. I am going to put a little bit of foam tape right in the center of that Keep Smiling. And we're going to put a bit of glue on the outside. But first, I'm going to have a play with some embellishments. This went everywhere. You don't need that much, but it went absolutely everywhere. I found these a little bit too big. The sentiment on this was very fine and soft, and I just felt like I will say that I do struggle with black embellishments. I find that I love them on anyone else's cuts, but I find they're just a little bit too overpowering. So what I've got, this is my other go-to favorite. We're going to fake it until we make it. This is a glaze pen. It's just got a little gooby on the end of it. And this, as you press it down, the longer you press it down, the bigger the dots. So you can make these as big as or as small. I mean, obviously there's probably a limit to that size, but it's just nice and soft. Adds a little bit of something without overpowering it too much. My stickles got a bit carried away there, so we're just going to fix it up. So I've just got that in the center of my flowers. So glue around the outer bits, foam up through the middle. And that is my card for today. I hope you're well. Hit the subscribe button and hit the like button. It really helps channels grow. I do hope you enjoy the hop along, and yeah, leave a comment on what is your happiness. I hope you're well. Take care, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.